So you're in the market for a new microphone and you're considering the Rode Wireless Go 2. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly the pros and cons and whether or not you should buy it. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, I'm actually going to do a quick review of the Rode Wireless Go 2 lavalier microphone, and I'm going to tell you what I find positive, the negatives, and whether or not you should purchase it. I've had this device for a month now, and I absolutely love it. It has more pros than cons. Initially, when I got into video, I was worried about also having to deal with audio, something that I never really had to worry about in photography, but it added another element. And after doing some research, I settled on the Rode Go Wireless 2, and it performed flawlessly in the field. So right off the bat, I would highly recommend it that you purchase this device, but I would recommend that you actually test it out before you ever have to use it on a real life shoots. It takes getting used to the way it works. The sound quality is excellent. The range is really not an issue. Actually, you can cover quite a bit distance with this device. It comes with essentially a receiver, which I have right here. I'm not actually using this device to record audio. I'm actually using a lavalier mic that's connected directly to the camera. But I'm actually going to show you a few footage that I've used on the field, and then you could basically, figure out for yourself whether you like the quality or not. And then we're gonna do a quick range test as well. I'm gonna take you outside and then figure out how far you can walk away from the camera and the receiver before your sound cut off. So far though, it's a really quality product. It's very compact, I don't know if I would say user friendly, because the actual instructions that came with this with the box were very minimal, so I had to do quite a bit of research online and see some tutorials before I felt comfortable with using it. One of the things that I like the most is that you can record on dual channels, so you can have both transmitters basically record at the same time to one receiver, and you don't have to mix it in post. Or you could use one and then be good with it. Another thing that I really liked about this particular microphone was that when you're especially using it at a wedding, the groom usually will wear a jacket that has pockets, and that's pretty much the standard outfit, and it makes it easy to use this particular device. You just hook up a lavalier mic like this to the transmitter, throw the transmitter in the pocket, and then you're good to go. When you are using it on a bride, especially depending on how elaborate the dress is, it makes it very complicated to hide it. Especially you don't want black wires running all over her white dress, and so for that, it's not exactly it's not aesthetically pleasing is the word I'm looking for. And so but I discovered that you only need really one transmitter for both couples, so as long as they're standing right next to each other. That's exactly how I caught my footage. I used one receiver, one transmitter on the groom, and the lavalier mic was just hanging inside his jacket pocket. The bride standing next to him reading her vows, and the audio was excellent. So no complaints there. It is lavalier mics. They've always been like that. They generally have wires running all over the place, so you can't really do much with that issue. But the fact that I could do away with not wiring the bride really made my job much easier. So kudos to Rode for their excellent product. Mind you, I mentioned that there was not a lot of instruction sheets that came with this box. And when I read the reviews and the features of this microphone, it said that you had internal storage. And when I tried to record internally, I was really not successful with that. So I used it as a receiver and transmitter. So my my mic was basically hooked to the groove, and I had the receiver on top of the camera through the flash shoe, and then I just had a cable plugged into my camera, and essentially had the footage recorded with the audio at the same time. So that's kind of how I used it, but I couldn't really use it. I couldn't use the internal storage. I don't know that it has internal storage. I downloaded the app on my phone. I downloaded the app on my computer. I tried to get it to work, but to no avail. Minor inconvenience. So as long as you're recording live onto your camera, you're good to go. But otherwise, in terms of audio quality, judge for yourself. Let me know what you think.
Sissy, I vow to fiercely love you in all forms. Poor or rich, weak or healthy, old or young, far or near, now and forever. From a student to an engineer, from a boy to a man.
I was trying to find some romantic things to say for this moment. But after rewinding our time together, I realized that our everyday is romantic. We work hard, live our lives, and make our life better and better. We share the same joy and sorrow.
So that's essentially what the vow sounded like. We were outside, as you can see in the video, with quite a bit of ambient noise, and you know, it was windy day. It was a windy day, and you know, it managed to sort of neutralize that noise, which is awesome. However, in this video, you didn't hear it, but or maybe you did, but there was at one point a tractor going by with a loud diesel engine. Unfortunately, that got caught in the footage, but that's just, you know, to be expected when you're having an outdoor wedding. But nonetheless, you know, it kind of, you know, ruined the shot, if you will. The couple was adamant about capturing the entire vow ceremony, so we'll have to unfortunately live with that. It's nothing that I could do anything about. But in terms of really the quality of the audio, I was quite impressed with it. So and as you can see, we're outside and I'm quite far away from the couple, and I'm using my zoom lens to, you know, frame them correctly, but I'm not very close to them. So if I was using this at a church where there are, you know, many rows of seats and I have to stay far back, I am not worried about losing signal. And that's something that I never did during this particular shoot. So again, another plus for Rode. So now I'm actually gonna take you outside and we're gonna test how far I can walk away from the device and see that I can record. So let's go. All right, we're now outside. I got the microphone hooked up to my jacket. It's actually a very cloudy day today. It's somewhat windy as well, so it's a good test for the windbreaker. There is traffic that goes by that'll make more noise, so you'll get to see what kind of sound this microphone captures. And then I'm gonna walk all the way to the end of my driveway, and then I'm gonna stop every 10 feet just to give you an idea as to how the sound is at specific distances and whether or not we're gonna lose connection. I highly doubt that you'll ever be this far away from your couple, but you never know. There are some pretty big churches that are out there, so you could see that you know, it's gonna stay connected all along. And I'm gonna, like I said, I think my drive is about 20-25 yards, so it's gonna be a good test. All right, so I'd say I'm about 12 feet away from the camera, and this is the kind of sound that you should expect to catch. It is raining a little bit, so I'm gonna try to be quick so I don't, you know, get wet or lose a microphone to the rain. So I'm gonna walk another 10 feet and I'm gonna do another test. All right, so I'd say I'm about 40-50 feet, approximately 20 yards away from the camera, and this is what the mic sounds like. All right, I'm gonna take another 30 steps and see. I'm a good 30-40 yards away from the camera, and I hope it's still recording. Now, this is the furthest you'll ever be away from a married couple during their ceremony and the vows, and you should still be able to catch audio. Maybe not, you know, actual footage, because otherwise you'll need a pretty large lens, but it's rated, this microphone apparently is rated for at least, I think what I read was 300 yards, maybe at least 100 yards for sure, and it's still supposed to remain connected, but for the distances I'm going to be using it, I don't need distances that extreme. I just need to catch quality audio at a reasonable distance, and my couples will be happy. So getting back to the camera and still recording, so that means we haven't lost the connection, so that's great. So let's go back in. Well, I hope you enjoyed that test. As you could see, it captured quality sound even if you're not close to the camera, and you don't have to worry about losing signal. We'll have more opportunities to actually test this device in a few events are coming up. Actually, in about 2 weeks, there is the Ottawa Wedding Show that's happening, where hundreds of vendors will be there along with brides, and we'll get to interview vendors and test the actual microphone again and see how it sounds in a large conference room with a lot of ambient noise. It'll give us another opportunity to test the product. Plus, we have few more weddings coming up in the next few months that we'll get to try it out. So I'm at this point, I'm really happy with the quality of the product. It's not an overly expensive microphone. You get 2 receivers and a transmitter. They also give you lots of accessories. So you have a zipper bag like this where you can keep all your stuff neatly packed together. They give you 3 chargers, a audio jack that you could use it to hook up to your camera. All of that for a total of $350. So I think that's a pretty good deal, and I would highly recommend that you buy it because I think you can't beat it for the price and the quality. So Rode, you've done an excellent job. Kudos to you. If you like this kind of content, I have a bunch of more reviews that I'm going to release in this channel. So please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.